And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA, David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Oklahoma City Thunder has moved up the rankings defensively year after year. Coach Billy Donovan said, "I've said it all along. We've got to be a team that hangs our hat on defense. And with their size and athleticism, there's no reason they can't be the best defense in the league." Kevin?
And they bring that physicality. Thank you, David. And now Washington's starting group. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Travis Berton's out there with Bryant. And it's Brown in at the small forward. And for the Thunder, Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge Supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
It'll be the Thunder off the tip. Paul with the ball. Adams outside. Gallinari outside. It's deflected. Here's Wall. 1:24 left to play here in the first. The drive by Beal. The shot missing. Adams, some nice D. Thunder have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
Here is Wall. Gallinari making his last shot. Banked in off the glass. Gallinari's got his second basket.
Seeing the floor well. Paul is fantastic at noticing when the defense is overcommitted.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Beal against Paul. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in the system.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter. A 15-footer, and Adams with the slam.
You don't lead the league in assists a bunch of times like Paul has unless you perfected the pick and roll.
And here is Beal. Lets it go with the 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
You hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits, what they like to do, gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder, a perimeter tandem, Ferguson and Gallinari. Nerlens Noel is out there with Mike Muscala, and it's Schroeder in at the one. Here's Ferguson after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Now Gallinari. And Wagner pulls it down.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
To the inside. Here's Hachimura. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. That's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Gallinari. And a switcher also for Washington. Smith is checked in. .43 seconds left here in the second. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Thomas is there. And good that time. Muscala's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball movement and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
And here's Miles outside. And no good that time. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. Here's Schroeder. Good. Nice job down low. Schroeder's got his first bucket in this one. Wizards trail by 8.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, no need to rush right here. Let the clock run a little, then execute your offense.
Smith on the wing. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bradley. The old saying, no rebounds, no rings. How important is it to continue to have 5 guys go to the glass in the second half?
Yeah, all five guys. I think we're too worried about getting out in transition. So I think 1 through 5, including the guards, we all got to get in there and rebound.
You can't score unless you have the ball, right? Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Kenny, what's your take on Washington so far?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they can shoot a better percentage.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Well, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with the jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. On out there with Davis Bertans. And it's Bryant in at the 5. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. 4 on the clock. And Paul puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound. And it's Adams on the follow.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Wall. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And Washington has possession. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Here's Brown, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Ferguson for 3, unable to get that one. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. We'll return shortly. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Thunder leading by 10. Chris Paul is out there with Ferguson. Then it's Mike Muscala. Then there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Robertson in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Over in the corner, Paul. Latrey. It's hauled in by Brown.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
The pass to Thomas. Shot clock at 5. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Oklahoma City. Passes it to Muscala. Some solid defense from Brown. Wizards trail by 10. Smith the pass to Brown. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Paul. Allows contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
So both teams changing it up here. And that one falls for Paul. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. It's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Kicks to Miles. A 3-ball. Thunder with the rebound. Now here's Paul. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.